Brandon is an excellent place. It has a fantastic country park.
It's part of the Brex landscape. There is so much countryside in that area to enjoy.
Again, there are lots of good small businesses in Brandon. You know, it's all that personal, where you don't get that in a lot of big towns.
Typical market town and very, very charming.
Suffolk is a low crime area, but Brandon in particular has got low crime.
A lot of potential in terms of its proximity to the A11.
The east of England is one of the most rapidly developing parts of the country.
It's got quite a strong community feel about it.
The atmosphere. It's a really, really friendly place.
A mixed variety of people.
It's made up of Portuguese, Polish.
I just think Brandon's a pretty good place to live.
And there's a good mixture of ages.
And for me it feels like a little haven. I love it.
The dualling of the A11 between Barton Mills Roundabout and Thetford is a major issue.
The traffic has been killing the town for over 25 years.
Some of the challenges are to improve services, improve transport, so we need to use more volunteers to provide that service.
I'd like to see a better bus service, especially from Thetford.
A lot of the businesses have shut down and we've got too many now of restaurants.
I mean, when I was a little girl growing up in Brandon, you could get everything you wanted in Brandon.
I think the high street hasn't really got anything going for it.
7 pubs in Brandon and there's 2 playing fields. There's not really a lot for kids.
Reckland Middle School is supposed to finish in 2012. We will lose our stage.
And the bingo place, I feel like why isn't something done with that? Like that could be turned into like a music venue place. Because it used to be a cinema, didn't it? And now it's just doing nothing.
And that's quite a good building. I mean, it's got a stage in there and everything.
We organise something, and if we're lucky, 12 people turn up. People say, oh yes, I'd like to come to that, and then don't.
Relatively poorly developed voluntary sector.
But it's to get different organisations to talk to each other because they've probably got the people there that can help each other. They just don't know about it.
The link between the youth and the elderly here in Brandon maybe not so good as they should be.
We always get the council that's not quite working together.
No, I don't think we get enough input in any of what Brandon does, to be honest with you.
In Brandon we have issues around health inequalities. We have issues around educational attainment. We really do need our children to be well prepared for the future, and this is something that is a priority for Suffolk.
I think you could tie a lot of them down to low educational attainment and low aspirations within the area, so people don't see the ability of what's possible.
I don't think people are really that ambitious around here. Like, I feel like you could come back in 10 years and the same person would be in the garage. People just don't feel motivated in this town.
I think the other issue is the economy. We're going through a massive recession at the moment, and I think that the public sector recession and public services in Brandon are going to be very important in the future.
Employment, we a little bit lacking in that area at the moment with the trouble with Omar Homes and also Glazing Vision, uncertainty about both.
You have more immigrants in Brandon than 5 years ago, and everyone is saying don't have work.
The way to improve for the future is to ensure that all of the agencies concentrate their resources, and of course their scarce resources in this day and age, to ensure that we coordinate in a way which achieves maximum impact in the community. And we are embarking upon a very interesting and motivational project to ensure that we bring out the best potential of the youth in Brandon, the students in Brandon. We're doing a piece of work with UCS and with the County Council in relation to that, and I think that will not only benefit Brandon but has the potential of benefiting the whole of Suffolk.
Working with the university is also an exciting opportunity to be able to see how they can make a difference within that community.
We're working with the County Council and have an officer based in our offices here who's working with us jointly on a number of initiatives in Brandon, which I think is a really good way forward.
Traditionally we provide services as individual organisations. I think it's really about realising that services aren't received in that way. So I think trying something different and joining up our services, maybe looking at it from the perspective of the customer, is something that we really ought to do.
We've helped in the planning process, helped to look at some of the education areas, and then we've got plans going forward to do volunteering, running remote training for people within the Brandon area.
We've got the Flower Pot, the youth facility in Brandon. We've had the Festival of Culture recently. We are working with Keystone Development Trust on supporting and developing the voluntary sector.
I think any sort of event that brings the community together, you know, is a real benefit.
The desire on our part is to ensure that we bring those communities together and that we capitalise on the potential that lies within Brandon.
It's an opportunity to look at the money that goes into Brandon, so money that goes in from health, money that goes in from central government, money that goes in from local government, money that goes in from all sorts of different partners, and maybe spend that money in a different way, and to focus less on intervening in people's lives and more about helping them to take control of their lives. As well as that, we have economic development projects in Brandon. We're also working on a project on connected care, which is about bringing together the health service and adult social care to improve health inequalities in Brandon.
And they've just had a big litter clean-up.
Yeah.
We're going to have a parish poll, which is quite a big thing, like a referendum, and the people are going to vote what they want to happen on parking, whether they want parking or not.
We have refurbished the old schoolhouse for the town council. The orchard project got that into a nice amenity area. There were no allotments in Brandon up until a couple of years ago, and now we have all allotments full, I'm very pleased to say, and we have actually opened up a few more.
Currently we're working on bringing in more volunteer groups. We've just had a volunteer cabin installed in our compound so that volunteers such as crew volunteers can actually work here during the winter. Opportunity to use a site like us, you've got opportunity to volunteer here.
Our people are volunteers, so they're on an equal footing with able-bodied volunteers that help at the park also.
My goal and aspiration for Brandon is to really get the community to feel as though they are in control of their community, putting in as much as they possibly can in terms of influence, their vision, how they want to see their community. It is really important that this is owned by the people of Brandon.
The government at the moment, they're trying to pass on lots of things to the local councils now, so hopefully when they do decisions, instead of just decisions people who've never worked with public, and they pluck in people from different bits, like from factories, from a shop, from a vet, from a doctor, so they get a general feeling of what everybody needs.
I'd like to see sort of like a community that is perhaps more resilient in terms of specifics. I think a more buoyant economy, maybe relying on a more diverse range of industries, the development of social enterprises, better health, adopting healthier lifestyles. I'd like to see a community that is pulling services to it rather than maybe having public service intervene in its lives.
I certainly want to make sure that we continue to have a secondary school in Brandon. That's what I'm fighting for, a free school 11 to 16.
We hope that we will have education for the over 11s, because if we were to lose Bregland School, it would mean that people had to be bused to Mildenhall, and education in Brandon would cease at 11 years old.
I think it would be tremendous to see aspirations raised amongst young people in the town.
That we will have attracted an appropriate amount of business there, and that we will have generally brought the community together and to achieve the best for its residents.
I think having a year of focus that really brings it home to people in Brandon that something can be done will make a massive difference.
Throwing money at the problem is not going to solve any problems.
Pull all of our expertise together to get the best outcome for the community.
People getting together regarding a single issue can make a lot bigger difference than all these agencies and private sector can on their own.
There is a lot to offer in the town.
It has its little hiccups, but on the whole the people are good, and there's quite a number of people that are trying to put the little hiccups right.
I think I would want to see it as a vibrant community with lots and lots going on.
Brandon itself is a wealth of volunteers that's not yet been tapped.
A very exciting prospect, the opportunity to concentrate all of the resources that one can bring to bear upon Brandon.
BT's really pleased to be involved with the project, and it's something we can make, I believe we can make a real difference.
It is a really great place to visit, and I think what we need to do is ensure that as many people know about Brandon as possible.
We look forward to working with our partners to do that, and we're quite confident that we will achieve some very, very excellent outcomes for Brandon. I hope that we will have raised ambitions the skills base, etc. in Brandon.
I want to be a secondary school teacher. I want to be in performance, like acting or something, because I'm doing A-level drama.
My son, he wants to be a judge, and my daughter, she wants to be a doctor.
I'd like to become a game designer.
What do I want to do? I'd like to be a barrister and earn lots of money so I can help others.
Go and see it, and you can see what great potential that it has.